So what I need to do here is figure out how to get the keys to work here. Install an event filter on children. Or Q shortcut. We could try it. Let's just real quick. I just want to test. Why do I have a really hard time typing the word Q debug? Just to see what we can and can't do here. And I don't think there's a shortcut that brings me to the messages panel, which is craziness. Oh, we're testing this. Oops. Yeah, space doesn't come through. Oh, interesting. Key layout. Attempting to end, which already has a layout. Oh, well that needs to be fixed. Let me fix these first. So let's start today's thing with fix queue layout warnings, errors. They're red, they're errors, right? I don't know. Oh no, it's STD error. Standard error. I don't think it's... I'm just gonna write errors. It's on main window and quick mode completed. So what the heck did I do here? Attempts to add queue layout. I'm gonna copy this real quick. Just to have it for later. This might be good. The problem with this, set context queue, widget with children's shortcut. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. The problem with this is that that's not going to work. I probably have to make the event filter. That's fine. I need to add, which already has a layout. Even just being able to go Google search, there is no option for that. Like, even if I just had that search, you know what I mean? Like, that would be fantastic. Layout is applied to a widget that already has one. Meaning somewhere you're trying to call set layout more than once, or add a layout directly to a main window, or add a layout that already has a parent to main window. Ah, so the problem might be this. Actually, all of these, for that matter. Yeah, that was the problem. That's crazy. So I have to be careful when I explicitly pass the parent. I don't think this matters. I think this is like a warning. But oh, this happens twice. That's crazy. Quick mode completed. Okay. So that one probably doesn't need to be there. Right, that doesn't need to be there. Qbox layout. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe. Because let's see, set layout. More time layout. Main vertical layout. Oh, add layout. Main action layout. Okay, so main action layout. Whoa, not where I wanted you to go. Main action layout doesn't need a parent because we assign here. We say add layout here, that parents it. And then probably the next one is when I set layout, main vertical layout. So main vertical layout here. Let's try something interesting. Well, that one I don't see, right? Because like if I don't set layout and I go like this, I don't think it's gonna work, right? Like I think I have to, I'm just trying to see, to understand the error. What? That just works? Main vertical layout. But if I do that, now it has no parent, right? Yeah, so that broke it. So I have to do one or the other. Right, that'll probably work. It does work. Versus passing a parent widget. Great question. In Qt, parent and layout solve different problems. Passing a parent in the constructor sets up ownership and lifetime. If the parent is destroyed, it deletes its children. This helps propagate styles, right? Set layout installs exactly one top level layout on a Q widget. You set layout on a widget that you want to manage with the layouts. Each Q widget can have at most one top level layout. If you construct a layout with a QWidget parent, Qt automatically installs it as the widget's layout. In that case, do not call set layout or you'll get warnings. If you create a child widget and add to a layout, you do not need to pass an explicit parent. The layout will reparent the widget. Passing the parent explicitly is fine and idiomatic, but not required if you're going to add it to a layout attached to this anyway. Either construct them without a parent and later call set layout, or construct them with a target widget as a parent, which also installs them as the widget's layout, and do not call set layout. Never parent a layout to one widget and then install it on a different widget. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to put this one here. Okay. Because my main question, main action layout. Right. Main vertical layout. So I guess the other option here would be, just to see if I understand this, if I pass main vertical layout, But I don't think I can do that because it's not initialized yet. Right. So I think that's fine. Do I have to worry about memory leaks? When do I have to worry about memory leaks when using set layout versus passing a parent widget? Or do I have to? Short answer, in normal Qt usage, you don't have to worry about memory leaks whether you use set layout or pass a parent widget. Qt's parent-child ownership model takes care of cleanup. Parent-child ownership, any Q object widgets with the parent will be deleted when the parent is deleted. This includes Q widgets you construct with a parent, widgets you add to a layout when the layout is installed on the widget. Construct a layout with a parent widget. So when leaks can happen. You create a widget or layout with no parent and never. Okay, you manually new something and keep it detached from the object tree. You remove a widget from a layout and don't give it a new parent or delete it. Okay. What if I create a new layout with new and give it a parent, but don't hold a reference, don't hold a pointer to the layout in my as a member variable. These are the real questions. Short answer, it's safe. If you create a layout with new, give it a parent, then don't keep a member pointer. Qt will still clean it up automatically. That's what I thought. Yo, what's up? A6 Giddy World. That's kind of what I thought. Layouts are Q objects. If a layout has a parent, what you doing? I'm working on some Qt stuff. It's kind of what I think, but I also don't know how much I should trust AI. You might need a member pointer anyway if you plan to modify it later or need access to nested layouts. Because I wasn't Pitfalls to avoid. Don't give yourself a layout parent. Don't call set layout on a widget that already has one. Don't put a stack allocate a layout into set layout. The widget will try to delete it later. Oh, interesting. And it will crash. There's definitely some more things that you need to think about, right? In C++ that other languages probably don't need to worry about as much. Well, whatever. We cleaned up the warnings. So let's go here and check that in. This is main and completed. Now we're going to say fix layout warnings. Basically, we were calling set layout twice without knowing it. That's why it's good to know these things. Okay, we fixed the layouts. I don't have a finish button yet. So, what were we working on? Oh, we were working on finishing, right? So, next task, add task completion. Yes, because we don't need to filter out stuff yet. Add task completion, but specifically what I'm trying to figure out is how I can get these keyboard shortcuts working, because that's how I'm going to make the task completion work. So, figure out Figure out list widget keystrokes. So what we're working on now is it's a timer, which I'm using on my other screen that you can't see. That's what the ticking sound is coming from. There's no bomb in your computer. I haven't planted any weird viruses. And the idea is to kind of have a timer to help me focus, but also to help me track tasks that I've worked on, so that way, like at the end of the week, I can just kind of reflect on the tasks that I've done. It's just part of a workflow, basically. Kind of just building it. It's based on Pomodoro technique, but I'm building it like around my own workflow. So like very specific. And I'm also trying to make sure all of it can be completely driven by keyboard shortcuts, which is very cool to me. So this key press event is not going to work. And I'm 90% positive doing something like this also isn't going to work. Smart, I should also implement timers. Yeah, it's also like a cool, fairly straightforward, fairly simple project, right? So it's a great project to sort of practice C++ and to practice. Yeah, see, I don't think this will leak memory, even though we're saying new. I think the compiler thinks that we're leaking memory because it sees new. It doesn't see us holding on to this pointer outside of the scope, and it doesn't see delete anywhere in this scope. And so it assumes that we're leaking memory, but I don't think it's actually being leaked. Tracking time is key to do what one's set to do in time. Yes, exactly. So this is like a problem that I recognize, that like sometimes I'll work on things and sometimes I'll spend too much time working on something and I don't like realize it until it's too late. So the idea is I'm trying to put some stuff together so that way I don't, I'm more aware, time aware is the idea, to become time aware. Why is this not like this? Oh, because it's not used. Okay. Now what did I have over here? Oh, okay, yeah. We're just gonna plop these in here. Now set current row. I don't know what happens if you set that to a negative number. I find out. I have a feeling now. Oh shit, that just works. Okay, but it doesn't loop back around. Oh shit, that's actually okay, that works. That's very simple. We like that. Okay, cool. And what I'm gonna do here, probably unsign int. If yes, that's right. Actually, hold on. This is another way to do this. You're so smart. I forget order of operations in C++. I don't think C++ has order of operations. I think it just goes left to right, but I might be wrong. Now what's the, I forget what the reverse of this is, right? The reverse of doing the mod. I don't know. That might not work. I'll look it up after if it's not right. Oops. Doesn't seem to be right. Also, I think it's funny. Okay. There is a trick where you add the count, but I forget how it works. How do I use mod to subtract a number to subtract? How do I use mod to subtract 1 from a number, but keep it within my index range? There's a trick for this. That's a very basic computer science trick. It's a math trick. It's not a computer science trick. I plus 1 mod n, and then backwards is I minus, oh, and then I have to mod n at the end. Yep. See, AI knew. Why are you messing with me? Binary accident. Alright. So what I have to do here is actually go like this to calculate that first. Only I put this in the wrong spot, so neither one of these was doing anything. Oh dear. And this one doesn't work. See, it would have been so nice to have it in there instead of doing all this nonsense. That's whatever. There's got to be a better way to do this too, because this is like creating a bunch of garbage, right? But we're going to get it to work first, and then we're going to make it pretty. And it's always going to have to take the count. Where does the item list come from? Is that because we're capturing this? I mean, I should be able to capture this without a problem. There's no asynchronous stuff happening here, so we don't have to worry about objects getting destroyed. No, I'm trying to add another set of parentheses, dummy. Oh, and a J and K, they're not arbitrary variable names. They're actually the name of the button. That's funny. What? Oh. Oh, sick. So I should put a button to get it to go back to there. So what I'm gonna do for that is right now the shortcut I have is Control I to show it. So instead of hiding it, what I'm gonna do is say, what the heck did I call it? Task. Oops. Maybe do like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. sick. So that's good for now. Or maybe, hold on a sec. Maybe I got another idea. Let's try this out. Put that back the way it was. Oh, I see. I can make my shortcuts like this instead of doing what I had. Squeeze me. Oh no, the capture group, parameter list, my function, and then there we go. That's weird. What does TR return? Oh, it returns a key sequence? No, Q string. Oh, I know what's happening here. I know what's happening here. It's implicitly converting a Q string into a Q keystroke, key sequence, Q keys is implicitly converting a Q string into a Q key sequence. But when we just have a quoted string, it doesn't know if it's a character pointer, like or a standard string, or a Q string. Maybe not standard string, but it definitely doesn't know if it's like a C string or a Q string, and that's why. So when we call TR on it, what's happening is TR returns a Q string, which is implicitly convertible. What's today's date? How am I getting phone calls? No, nothing special today. Probably the power company. They like to call me a lot and leave me voicemails about random nonsense that I don't care about. Delete select items. Now it's going to be and then yeah. That's cool. And then I don't know. Okay, I kind of see. We hold on to a reference because we're trying to set the shortcut. Widget with children shortcut. Don't know what that means. You should look that up. Oh, okay. They just wanted to confirm my appointment. I should do that. But I don't know how. I'll call them later. Okay. Widget with children shortcut. My guess is there's no way to pass that into the constructor. Shortcut is associated with the widget and its children. Probably under Q action. Hmm. Okay, so then the question is, let's take a look at, nope, nope. Stop changing the letter on me. There we go. Q shortcut. I think this thing has a problem if I use the keyboard to focus it for some reason. Oh no. Shortcut context is in here. Oh, but is it in there when I give it the function? Yeah, it is. I can pass it also. So I should be able to go... I should be able to simplify this very easily. But let's see what happens when I do this. Because maybe we don't even need to. So this is going to be me testing the different properties of that enum, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need to. Wait, right? Let me just run that again. Double check. Yeah, no, I don't need to. So what I'm gonna do, Control K does that. Then we're gonna add another one, new Q shortcut. We're gonna add a Control J. Move to focus to-do list. That's really what it is. Focus input field, focus to-do list. Right. We'll try that out. I'll probably do a commit first, and then after I commit it, I'm going to convert these shortcuts. Oh, it's so good, dude. Or do Control H and Control L. Control H and Control L is probably better because it's more specific. Focus to-do list, and then I'll make another one for Control L, and it's going to be focus done list. Right? And this way we can go left and right. We don't have to add too many shortcut keys. There's nothing in that list, so we can't focus it. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. Because we're going to want these. Okay, that's fine. So up and down right now only work on this particular list. But we actually want it to work on the focused list. So what I'm going to do is make a new function. Right? And that's going to do two different things here. First thing I got to do is add it here. And that's fine. That's totally fine. All right. That's totally fine. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to go and then this is going to do that for us. All right. And this is going to work on focus lists. Oh no, let's go to, what's the Alt G? I don't know. Select next. Add selection for next car. Alt J. Nice. Oops. Almost ran into an issue there. Now let's try it out. Oh. Yeah, segmentation fault. Okay, so what we need to do, I'm gonna have to make that more robust. We're gonna have to put a, we're gonna have to add a connection, and the connection is gonna have to be like connect done list, well, done list too, but item list, view widget focused. Focus widget. This. Yes. Gross, but it, you know, I didn't have to write any code, so let's just see if it works first. This can be const. Yeah, I knew it was going to say that. No type. Name type. What? It's probably not the slot. There's probably a signal for it. a slot for it. I don't know if it's on QWidget though. That's the thing. It looks like it because there's a focus policy, right? Focus. There's a focus policy. There'd probably be a slot set focus. Oh, is the name of the slot. Oh. Okay. That should be fine then. But the signature's not right. Oh, there is no. And that's fine. That delete, that gets rid of the crap that I didn't want in there. Anyway. Using a non-signal as a signal. Focus changed. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm looking for a signal. And I put it as a slot. That's right. Okay, sorry. Signal. They're using focus change, but I don't see that anymore. Oh, it's in Q application. Connect to the application-wide focus change signal. This is probably what I want. Which is fine, because then I can have one function, one signal handle all of them. Connect Q app though? Is there a way to get the application? It makes sense. I just don't know where to get this reference from. I don't want to pass it in if I don't have to. Use Q app? Oh, psh. It's a global pointer to the current application. I didn't know that. Or Q application instance. Oh. This isn't working because we're using this instead of. And then this has to change. If widget equals item list. Oh. Oh. I could do this, but then the signature's kind of wrong, right? Just like it makes my life easier, but also is a bit error prone. Could be const, so it's not implemented. It's implemented now. Const widget to a widget. Okay. That's fair. That should fix that. Let's see if that fixes everything. Oh, no, because this is a list. This also has to become widget. I'm liking this less and less. What I could do Right, what we could do is we could go up here. I don't know if I need the const. C style cast. Oh, okay. How do I use a C++ style cast? I think that should work, even though it's got warnings. KG does not name a type. Looks like I tried to scroll up in my file somewhere. Oh, did I not change that one back? Or I just didn't compile, probably. Place unsafe C-style cast pointer with clear type safe logic. Interesting. It doubles it. Interesting. I guess that shouldn't be const. Const QList widget. Compact enough, even though it's repetitive and stupid looking. Why is this red? Does it just need to build? Nope, it's gonna crash again. Segmentation fault. Constant expression variable begin must be initialized by constant expression. Squeeze me. Well, there's another solution for this. The other solution for this is instead of setting it to a null pointer, I'll just set it to, well, not itself, because that would be silly. I'll just default it to item list. I don't have to worry about that. But it's not going to be initialized yet. Might not be initialized. Yes, because I initialized it here. It's actually definitely not going to be initialized, which means seg fault again. Love it. Yo, why are these seg faults taking forever? Okay. So what we're gonna do is what we kind of need to do anyways. And move this back up here. And this doesn't need that because it happens when we add the widget. Yep. Sick. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, segmentation fault. Because there's nothing in that list. I need to add layout. Quick mode complete, which already has a layout. Not sure how that happened. Oh, set layout. Because layout. No. Oh, swim lane layout? No, that one doesn't have a parent. What's up, Eric Dave's Tech? Steck? Tech? Dave's Tech? Yeah. Oh, I just realized my timer's not going. Hold on a sec. Let's just take a quick look at this before I figure that out. Why are we getting done list? Why are we getting this queue layout, which already has a layout? That would be from set layout now. Maybe the best way to do this is to never use set layout and to go like this. I mean, I can safely ignore that, most likely. I gotta figure that out though. I guess we just do a check. It's like not a hard check to do. And this is still popping up. Layout, add layout. Really, none of these need parents in them. I don't know. We'll figure that out another time. I'll leave it like that for now. But what we need to do here is look in here and say, right? Whoops. Oh my gosh. I don't know which one's which now. Not that that would have been that hard to do. Keep going. We can add 10 minutes to this. Nice. Nice. Okay, that's cool. So we got that worked out. So let's commit this change. This can go back to the way it was because that change provides no value for us. Also, what I should have done realistically, I moved this up here, but, geez, I don't know where it was. Why is it still showing up as new? Whatever, we're just gonna put it back up there and not care. Okay. Accidentally closed out LazyGit. Oh, I see. Yeah, it was right after task name edit, and then there was a blank space. Well, whatever, we don't care. We're gonna move it in eventually anyways. Oh. We don't want that. Wait, what? Why does it look like there are no spaces in front of load list? Oh, because there are no spaces in front of load list. I was looking at the wrong part of the file. Okay, so we got rid of that. Okay, good. Completed. Add keyboard shortcuts to move focus. Yeah. Now what we're gonna do? Oh my god, look at all the stuff I have that I didn't push here. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. Let's push that. This is good stuff we got going here. Yeah. Okay, whatever. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna clean this up. We're gonna convert this. I don't think I need this shortcut context. And I don't need to hold on to references. And I don't need to use the connect syntax. I can just go. Sorry. Go like this. String literal J. That's funny. We can just go like this. Select next item in list. I think that's fine. I don't know why this alignment seems a bit off for some reason. There we go. Oh, I see. That's why I was off. Okay. And now that should work just the same. Sick. It does. Okay. Gonna commit that. Completed. Cleanup. Remove widget with children shortcut. And use Q shortcut constructor to initialize with lambda. Okay. Okay. Now the cool tricky part is we're gonna add a new Q shortcut. We're gonna do TR. I like how it assumed I was gonna add escape next. It's actually really funny. And we're gonna do L, and it's going to be complete task. Move right. If yeah, that was right. Focus lists. They count as 0. Return. Otherwise, focused list. Oh, it's gonna be tricky. Is it gonna be tricky? I think what I do here is I have a toggle completion. If I add a toggle completion to task, what I can do is I can toggle completion on the task object. Oh, I need to get the task though, is the problem. Which means I do need to know which list it's in, because right now I'm using list widget, which doesn't have models. It has text, and that's it. So I need to get the current selected index. I need to know which list it's in. Take item. No, actually this works. This works. What I would need to do is, well, I can do this for now, right? Wait, what does take item do? Wait, why isn't this working? Why isn't this happy? No viable constructor. Oh my god. I need to take an extended break after this. Actually, and then I'll make my phone call. Actually, I'm going to start that a little bit early. I'm going to do that now because we figured out the other thing, so I should be able to stop this early. So I'll be back. We're going to do a probably 10-15 minute break. I apologize. It's going to be a long time. What I'll do is I'll play an ad break for Twitch people while I'm gone, so that way when I get back, nobody will have any ads. So put the tab on mute if you need to and just chill for a bit. And we'll be back in like 10 to 15. I'm going to make a phone call real quick, and I'll be right back. Oh my, I'm back. I am back. I am a sleepy guy who is back. Who is no longer sleepy. Okay. So, the next thing that we're going to do now, we figured out widget keystrokes. We're going to do task completion. Ooh, exciting. Exciting. This is the big feature that I wanted. So, how are we going to know what's going on? So why is this red? Number one. I don't see anything wrong with this. The version of first argument this is ill-formed. Cannot convert take to parameter q sequence standard key. Oh, so this got inserted somehow. And all is right in the world. Okay, so and this can be const, I believe. So it's gonna be const item focus list. It's unused, right? Which is why it's going on wow. Right? So what we're gonna do here, say item text. But what we really want to do, there is no done list add-I. We're not gonna do this. That's silly. What we're gonna, well, no, actually, we can do this. We can do this because this would be updating display. But maybe we won't want to do that here. What we want to do is update the model. Eventually, we want some kind of automatic, you know, when the model updates, the view updates type of thing. So maybe what I do here is I grab the item and then maybe I just call a function called complete item, right? And then maybe we have another function here, void complete. Oh, ooh, that was a beautiful autocorrect. It's not implemented. No, it is not. And then this will handle the whole kit and caboodle for us. So we're gonna update our list, which might just be also, let me move this keyboard a little bit closer. This might just simply be what do you call? Yeah, I gotta deal with this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think it's gonna tell me this can be const. Yes. Well, it definitely can. It doesn't change the UI technically in a way that it doesn't change the state of the UI class. It does update the list, but that's okay. And I think we're gonna go to mtasks. Named. Task named. Did I not make this function? Task list. Oh, remove all named. So I'm gonna just organize this a little bit. And I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna say, no. Close though. Wait, why are these return? What? Why wouldn't it be a pointer? Uh-oh, now I'm confused. Okay, well. Task named. And then this should Okay. This can also be const. Oh, not all control paths return a value. Fair. Oh. Now, why would this be a reference? What's the difference between and as a return type? One is a reference, one is a pointer. Okay. So there is a distinction. Must refer to a valid object, cannot be null, and cannot be reseated. Behaves like an alias of the object. Signals this always succeeds and returns a valid object. Pointer may be null. Caller must check for null pointer. Requires pointer syntax and can be reseated. Signals may fail or not exist. Check before existing. Yeah. Oh, signals. This may fail. Also, non-owning by default, still susceptible to dangling if pointer's lifetime ends. Useful for find lookup APIs where the target may not exist. Exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so the answer is we want both of these. Because this will definitely exist in here. As long as it's not out of range. And this will definitely exist because we're creating it. Both are non-owning views. Safety depends on the callee returning a reference pointer to an object that remains alive for the caller's usage window. Returning a reference or pointer to an element inside a container is only safe while that element remains valid. Const correctness. Keep up the work. Thank you, Eduardo. Return const task to expose read-only access with no copying. Return const asterisk to expose an optional read-only pointer. Oh, it's optional. It's optional. Gotcha. So, yes, I was just going to say for ownership transfer, prefer smart pointers, alternatives, optional. I was just going to say I could probably just use optional here instead because it's more of an explicit optional reference. This is more like a C style thing. Applying this to your API, task ampersand operator, returning a reference is appropriate. It applies, the element exists, and I allows direct mutation. Ensure preconditions, index and range, or document and guard them. Returning a pointer is appropriate. The task may not exist, so null pointer communicates not found without exceptions. The caller can check for null pointer. Question is it better to use optional? Right? Because maybe like I don't have a problem using this. Part of me is like wants to use the newer features, you know, because I'm curious about them to see like what the pros and cons are in a bit, right? My name is AI Assistant. Hi. Short answer, it depends on the API intent. They both represent maybe, but they communicate different things. When is optional better? That's what we want to know. When you want to make present versus absence explicit in the type system with a modern C++ style, you don't want null semantics or pointer syntax. You want to encourage callers to handle the empty case, has value. When a pointer is better, you might want lightweight interoperability with existing pointer-based code, common in Qt and legacy APIs. Caller expect null pointer to mean not found. Want simple syntax and zero overhead without wrapping. If you intend to modify the original task or avoid copies, it returns a copy and breaks the link to the container. Oh, so I actually do want this because I want access to the direct pointer. I don't want a copy. Right. So this is what we want. Good old classic. Expression result is not used. Oh. Got it. I don't want this to be complete. I don't want this to take a task. When we go to the right, we also have to check that it's the right list. That's right. It's not a toggle. Right always completes, left always uncompletes. There is no toggle, which means it's not focus list. Is that what it means? Well, what we got to check is if focus list is item list. Oh no. Sorry, this is a guard, so we're going to invert it. If the focus list is not item list, exit. If the focus list count item list count, we can just use item list here. And then item, so take item. So that's why I made it the way I made it, because I assumed that take item was going to take a model, but we're using a QList widget, which does not have a model. So take item is probably going to return a Q string if I had to guess. Oh, it returns a Q widget item, which is not even the same thing. So Q widget item is what? Provides an item for use with the QLidget item view class. Oh, data. Q variant data. So let's go here. What we're going to do is complete named, complete task named, and that's what we're going to change this to. Complete task named item toString. Yes. That's a pointer. Oh, but we also, right, could be null. Oh, data needs a role. Oh, probably just text. Yeah, we can just do text, which is not optional. Oh. There we go. What? Not for R value of Q string. Oh, that's right. That's right. This is going to be Q string. Right. So oh, finish. So I should actually rename this again. This is too many times to rename this. I want to keep the APIs consistent. It should be finished and not complete. So like the other thing too is like, if this task doesn't exist, what do we do here? My hands are starting to get crampy, so I gotta move my keyboard closer in here. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah. So let me just see. I'll just have it do it automatically. Auto task equals, if auto task equals, so cool. Right, we can just go like that. And this is the same thing. Right? But probably what I should do instead of done list add is I should just have like a function called update lists. And I just have another function called update lists. I think I can do this. I don't think that matters. And then I can do update lists. Isn't there like a shortcut to move this down? Uses IDE shortcut. Oh. I don't even know what that just did. Control shift down. There we go. Update lists. Item list clear. Right, and here we're doing this. So I need to clear both lists and then I need to populate them. I see. So maybe for now, we don't do this and we do like the primitive way of just like done list, right? Just to make it appear like it's working, even though it's kind of not. It's going to run into an issue though. Task name. How do I convert? Wait, where is it const? Oh, we gotta go here. Const is such a weird thing in C++. Const, like everywhere const. Passing const task as this argument discards qualifiers. Is that not what you were looking for? Is that because finish is a mutating function? So maybe we don't want this to be const. So we do want it to be mutatable. Cannot convert const task to type task. I think what's going on here, in all honesty, I think what really needs to happen is I need to change these list widgets into list views and then use like proper data modeling. Use const in the range to reflect the const method. Okay. That's not going to help me. Because then I'm going to run into this problem. Passing const task is this argument. I also don't know if this is going to work. Change signature, add non-const overload to allow mutation of found task. Okay, and how are they suggesting I do that? I don't even see the overridden one. Oh, I see it right there. That doesn't help me. How do I turn a mutatable? Mutable is the right word. I think the problem is that these are on the stack. Maybe. You can't return a mutatable task from a const method. Oh, make the API const correct by providing both overloads. Oh, so what I want may be right because it would return, it would mutate. So maybe what I want is const here and no const on the other side, or just no const period. Let's try this first because I think this is right, because what I don't want to change the pointer. The pointer, I want it to always point to the same object, but maybe not. Yeah, convert this argument from type const task list to type task list. Oh, finish named. Is that the whoops? Is that the problem? Can I convert this from type const task to type task? No, that's right. I was happy with this now. Why is it saying this argument? I don't understand the issue here. Unless the problem is that this is a const and it's not supposed to be over here. Let's try removing that. I don't think that's going to fix it, right? Oh, returning a non-const pointer communicates intent and improves your readability. Okay, so that was it. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's working, which is very cool to me. It's probably not working. Let's see what that actually did. Fair. Fair. We don't necessarily know what that did per se. So two things we want to do. One is we want to open this file to look at it. So nothing has any completion dates. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to run this again. Oh, the other reason why is because when I do this finish task, I'm not saving the file. So that might be why. So let's see if this does something. And then if this does do something, then the next phase I can do here is adding right? New shit should be finished. Actually, it should be like that right now. So if I go over to here, Oh, it worked. Oh my god, you guys, it worked. Sick. Okay, so this is good. So what's gonna happen now is if I close it and I reopen it, it's not gonna be in the right list, right? But again, right? Now let's check here. It should still be. Oops, crap. Okay. Yeah, it's still in the finished state. So all we have to do is make the UI update properly. This is so exciting. So this is good. So we actually have task completion done. Now we need to add task uncompletion and task filtering. So I'm going to go here, add task completion. That's not OT. We have add task completion and add task uncompletion. And that should be good. And then when I rerun this, it just clobbered the file probably. So, yep. Okay, but if I go in here and I go, hey, add task completion, boom. Now it should be marked as done when I go into my file. Oof, and it is. Look at that, baby. Nice. Now let's check that in. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. How do I split a chunk? A. Okay, cool. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Completed, add primitive task completion. Oh, no, it's not completed. Oh, that's actually on intake. Why did I mark this all as completed? Oh, that's why I was getting confused before. This is intake. Oops, now we're gonna have to force push that. It's fine. Move index operator next to other accessors. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna go. Oh no, I got water. We got lots of water. Now I'm gonna add task incompletion, uncompletion. All right, to reverse it. And then we're gonna do filtering. Cool. Do shortcut. TR. Oh. Uncomplete task. This. Oh, you're so smart. We can just go return. if const auto. Yep. Well, kind of. Unfinished task named. And then we're going to create a new function. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't want a global function. I guess it can't tell, but if I go like this, it'll know. I'm being way too stubborn here. Okay, whatever. Right, unfinished task named, and we're gonna do maybe kind of similar to that. Gonna be item list, add item, unfinish. That's so cool. So task is gonna need a new function called unfinish. This has a function called finish, presumably us task list. Sorry, go to task, finish, right here. Right, we're gonna do unfinished. It's gonna be mfinished at UTC. Just setting it back to an invalid queue date time. Now this is kind of destructive, right? So it will, if we unfinish a task, it'll lose the time that we set it to be finished at. So theoretically, if we wanted to keep a full history, our finished at would be an array of all the times that we claimed that this task was finished. That's complicated, and I'm trying not to blow up scope too much. So let's see. I think this will be fine. Some random crap. And we're gonna go here. Boom, boom. Oh! And now, when I go here, only crap should be finished. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. Cool. So that works. So what we can do here is add this first. Task, add unfinish member function to allow undoing a finished task. Intake, add primitive task uncompletion. Nice. And now what we can do is we can go into task list. Oh, my timer is still going. I need to create more shortcut keys for this screen. Keep going. And we're gonna say filter open tasks. Yep. Start. We're gonna come here. Now to capture that properly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here. Task on completion done. And now we're working on this. Right? Cool. And now it should be, yep, on completion's done. Sick. Because we're working with the same file and the old version of the code doesn't have this new stuff in it. Sick. Okay, so my task list has Task name queue list. Oh, that's weird. Okay. For some reason, these got split apart. Don't know why. I'll just do like this to make it a little bit more consistent. Do a quick commit here. Task list, cleanup, move accessors next to each other. And then what we're gonna do is, okay, queue list task to do. And then done. Oh, and then because I changed the order there, the file order is going to be different. It's fine, we can do it separately. Doesn't matter. Right? To do. Is there a way to do a filter? Queue list. How do I filter? How do I filter items in a queue list using a predicate? And then we'll do our own search. Queue list. Yeah, it's probably already done over here because we're racing. Oh, it's not. Okay. Is there a filter function? No. Maybe we just have to manually create a list, which I don't mind doing, but I want to see if there's a better way to do this. To filter items in a queue list using a predicate, you typically use the standard algorithms with iterators. Use standard copy if to build a filtered queue list while keeping the original intact. Use the erase remove if item to filter in place, removing matching elements. Both work in queue list because it provides C++ style iterators begin and end. Below is a concrete example showing filtering to produce new queue lists with tasks matching a predicate copy if. Yeah. Yep. So this is what we wanted. This is why I'm going here for answers instead of just writing code that I know is going to work, because I'm looking for new things that I don't know exist. Look at this. Auto iterator equals remove if task begin task end. Oh, sick. But it's saying erase. I'm guessing it is iterator. Remove if. Oh, that uses remove if. We don't want to remove if. Keep going. We want to use copy if. Standard copy if. What does that return? Results. What? Queue list result. Result.reserve. Oh, that's interesting. But can't I just pass this into the constructor of queue list? Most likely. Copy if. How does it know where to copy it to? It doesn't use the word result in here anywhere, right? Am I crazy? Copy if, begin, and back iterator, result, back inserter. Oh, result. I see. So I guess back inserter is what inserts it into here. So let's try this. Oh, so I could have refactored my remove all to use that. That's interesting. Let's see if this works. This would be cool. Learn something new. I've never used There's a lot of stuff in the standard libraries I haven't used yet. They've added so much crap since I've really used since the last time I've used C++. It's crazy. I mean, 20 years will do it, right? Oh my god. Wait. Has it been? Yes, it has been that long. Oh my god. So, can we just do no parameters? Size. It does take a size. Really? Really? Result.reserve queue list. Oh, wait a second. I don't even know if I want to use that. This is a queue list, right? Reserve. Attempt to allocate memory for at least size elements. If you know in advance how large the list will be, you should call this function to prevent reallocations and memory fragmentation. If you resize the list often, you are also likely to get better performance. Oh. If in doubt about how much space shall be needed, it is usually better to use an upper bound as a size or a high estimate of the most likely size if a strict upper bound would be much bigger than this. If size is an underestimate, the list will grow as needed once the reserve size is exceeded, which may lead to a larger allocation than your best overestimate would have and will slow the operation that triggers it. Reserves memory but does not change the size of the list. That makes sense. Accessing data beyond the current is undefined behavior. Oh, okay. If you need to access memory beyond it, use resize. Okay, so queue size type size. I don't understand why this doesn't work. Right? Isn't that weird? Constructs the list with the initial size of size elements. Oh, but that's not capacity. Is that why? It's size and it's not capacity? But I still don't understand why the signature is not taking size, right? What does size return in integer or something? Unsigned int. Oh, queue size type is the same type. Come on, man. Why doesn't that work? Isn't that bizarre? Isn't that crazy? mtasks.size. No matching constructor. What if we try to compile it and see what happens? It's probably going to give me the same thing, right? That would be really stupid. Yeah. I don't know. It's in the documentation. I don't really care that much. Let's just see if it works. Turn T finished at UTC has value. Oh, right, because I made this return an optional, right? I did. And then that's all tasks, and that's to do. And I did put a thing for done. We're going to do the same thing. AI is going to do it for us. Ooh, love you. And that's that. Oh, no, I have to return result. Very close, AI. Very close. I have to say the AI autocomplete is definitely a huge time saver. Because like realistically speaking, I don't even, it's not a huge time saver. Like most of the time is still probably spent testing and debugging code. Huh? Oh, I gotta use it, right? So my intake now has to handle this accordingly. Okay, so right where we load the list. So there's two things I can do here. I can make a single function that I delegate that just always updates the list, which is probably the most reliable thing to do, because then, but that would reload the lists everywhere. But it would completely refresh the state in a reliable way. Or we do it in a mutable way. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is now, because I think that behavior will work better, right? Because if I make a function that has to update my lists and it just does it in one iteration, I mean, it's not going to be a huge deal. It's not like there's, you know, billions of records in there that we need to worry about. So performance won't be an issue, but what I'm worried about is that if I in order for me to do that, I would have to clear the list every single time we change something. And then the problem is if we clear the list every single time we move something from one list to another list, that means that our selection is also going to get lost where we are in the list. And then we would have to like redo the selection and maybe refocus the appropriate list. And it might just be better for us to play into the state of things naturally. And then in here, I can just take this loop and say like, hey, if task dot finished at UTC dot has value, then that means we put it in the done list. Else we put it in this list, right? That's fine. I feel like I feel bad a little bit. I feel like a baddie putting these real bad guy not using curly braces there. Oh, it worked. Oh my god. Ah, that's cool. That is so cool. I don't know why that makes me so happy. It's just like I can almost use this now. I can almost use this tool. I mean, I think I am at the point now where I can use it. I think I am at the point now where I can use it. The next thing I need to do here is add in a scope, like a date. We need to be able to figure out, so like done, this is fine for this, right? But I'm going to have to pass in something somehow to filter out even the done ones, and like limit the scope, right? So like for done, we probably, the way we're using this now, we probably only want to see the things we finished today. Maybe we want to see everything that we finished for the whole week, right? But probably what I would do for that is when I want to show things that were done for the whole week, I'll add another swim lane, another list, and that'll be like weekly done. So then maybe we just add another function, right? Instead of giving a filter in there. Although we could put a filter in there. It's like the same loop more or less. Just like a different API. But this is cool. So that's done. Task list filtering is now completed. Sick. Is there another way we can write this? There is. There is. What I could do instead of this is say auto list equals task dot, oops. Yep. That should also work. And I think that's a little bit cleaner in my opinion. Bada bing, still works. Oh yeah. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Let's commit that. We can do this in 2 commits. This will be task list, add to do, and done member functions to, a member function is correct, but I'm just gonna write methods because it's a shorter commit message. Add to do and done methods to allow filtering of tasks, or bucketing really is what it is. Allow easy bucketing of tasks for UI. And then my intake form, intake add add split lists into to do and done, or load lists enhance, load lists, load completed tasks in to do in done list instead of to do list. Or fix, I don't know, fix, enhance, add, enhance. You know, it wasn't a bug, it just never was implemented. Okay, and now let's just do a quick test here. Make sure this works the way we expect it to. So I do that, and then I go back here. Oh, crap gets undone. And now if we want to do crap again, complete it. Oh, it works, bro. Sick, which means it's time for me to make a new build. Oh, it's so good. These shortcut keys are amazing too. I could put labels in here also to make it like more obvious what these things are. Part of me likes the compactness, but it's not very self-documenting, a little bit weird. That's okay. This is good. This is really good. So let's create the new build over here. On my other screen, I'm gonna stop. Oh, we can also now make the finish button finish the task. I'll add that as another task, but I'm not going to add that in here because then it'll delete my list. If it didn't already just delete my list. No, okay, cool. So I'll add it over here. I'll say make finish button completed. Make finish button finish task. Sick. And that'll be the next thing we work on. And then let's just over here CMake and open tomato. So building the latest version anew in the the working directory that I'm running it from. And then I have to look at queue date times and try to figure out how we can do some date mathy stuff. Oof. Sick. So we're gonna work on making the finished task work. That should be pretty easy. Where's the heck's my mouse? Where's the heck's my mouse? Let's do some English first. Where the heck's my mouse? Okay, so we're gonna go to completed. Pick mode completed. Finish task is a signal, which this probably comes back to the Pomodoro logic file, logic.cpp. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this doesn't get used anywhere. Finish task. Finish task. Can I just go like this to find usages? Invocation. Quick mode completion. Finish task. Oh, wires it up to this signal, but I don't think I subscribe to it anywhere, which means probably main window needs to set this up. Yep. So basically we emit. Oh, wait, did I not? Oh, in finish. Well, yeah, no kidding. In word inish? No, the word is finished, dummy. So let's go. Right, we need to add split task requested, and then we have to have void finish task requested. And then we're going to add that as a function here. And then finish task requested is going to need a task to finish, I believe. I think that's what I want. I don't think I want it to be a pointer. And then let's just const task. Can be made static. No, it can't. You'll see why. Tasks. Oh. Task. Dot finish. No. I think it's because I'm changing it. So the semantics have to be that it's not mutable. That it is mutable, sorry. And this will probably... that actually kind of is technically true. That could be static. But it might not be true. Let's, do some stuff here. Let's go to my main window. And go to where all the other stuff is requested. Start break. Requested. Start next requested. Completed. Finish task. Oh, sorry. Yep. Set it to logic. And finish task requested. Oh, but finish task doesn't have a task to pass it to. So there's a disconnect. Hold on, we do have a set task though, right? We do. Okay, so then this doesn't need this, which means it cannot be static. And we're gonna have a task right over there. Which is on the stack, which I don't know is right. But then we have to emit What? How do we go to start next? Start break requested, start next requested. That pops up completion. What I need to do here is where's my thing? Where's my logic that decides if it's a break? Oh, here we go. Suggest time interval. Oh. So I need a function. I need a function to handle this. This just suggests the break. Start break requested. Interesting. Maybe what I do is I have this logic for next time slice in a single function. Suggest time interval. And what does suggest time interval do? Suggest time interval sets the time and shows the edit screen. So suggest time interval. Maybe instead of suggest time interval needs to be more specific to the behavior of like suggesting a task with an interval. Or I could do it as two separate signals, but I think one signal makes more sense. Because then it's also atomic in a way. Or I could put two separate signals, suggest break and suggest work. Right? And then suggest break will give a task name. Suggest break will automatically change the task name to break. And then suggest work. We'll just have an interval. Sorry, we'll have an interval, and the task will also emit the task that's supposed to be worked on. A little bit. It's a couple different things. So for right now, we'll just do suggest time interval. That's the most basic. And I think this needs to be split apart in a different commit, not in this commit. Const. Oh, it's not implemented. I promise you it is. That's not even in my list, right? Now let's say I work on this. Let's say we stop this and we finish it. It doesn't show up in my finished list. Oh, because it doesn't, in my finished list, when this opens, it's not updating the UI. So we have to go back to intake and make sure that every time we show, we also update the UI. So we might also need a function now that updates the UI. which is probably this. Oh, the other thing that this doesn't clear is it doesn't clear the done list. So now we're going to go to intake. This will become a private method. Refresh lists. Hopefully it did that okay. Why is this? Okay. And where does this get implemented? Okay. Can be made const. I don't know why. I guess because it doesn't modify any state. But it modifies these lists. But I guess because these lists are reference types, it doesn't really modify the state. It's modifying the state of these objects, not the state of this class. Or it's just wrong, you know, that's always possible. But I like to think of reasons why it might be right until I can prove that it's wrong. If that makes sense. And then what we can do here is show. We can do like void. Oh, no. Void intake show. As no member show. What are we using to show it right now? Oh, show intake requested, which is going to send, yeah, this is the complicated part. So show intake requested emits show intake. So we have to see what show intake is tied to. Oh, intake show with text. Oh, fair. So show with text, we already have that. Now when I come back to this, that whatever test thing I put it, yeah. Oh no, it's actually not. Okay, so let's go like this. And then finish. It's not finishing it. Why is it not finishing it? Are we getting any output in here? Weird. So Pomodoro logic task.finish. Oh, is maybe the task isn't set, or maybe because it's not a reference. It's probably because it's a copy. What does set task do? I'm going to be angry because it's going to be making a new task. Task equals task. It's probably coming from here. It's probably implicitly converting it from a string. How did I know? Because I wrote this code. That's a problem. Update display set. Oh no, this is not the right task name. It's not the not the right set task name function. That's set task name. We need to look up set task. There it is. Logic capture, set task, new task name, but it is doing the same garbage. It's using a Q string. Set task. Oh, and so what the problem, so the real problem here is that set task is just assigning it. What needs to happen here is that set task needs to be more intelligent. So set task takes a task. It's implicitly converting this queue string into a task. That's the problem. So technically what needs to happen task name change. Ugh. Yes, I need to create a new method. I need to create a new method called set task named, and then it has to do a lookup to get the actual task, and then it will set the proper task. That's probably the best way to do it. So set task is fine, but we also need a set task named. And then that's what we're going to use over here. And then in here, auto task equals task named. Yes, but we can also go like this. Right. Perfect. This could be const. I think that's what it's complaining about. And then else, task equals task name blah. But what we're going to want to do here is say, yeah, task equals task name blah. But we also want to add it to the task list. This way we can track it as being done. Oh yeah. Which basically means that now anytime you type something in there, that means that anytime you type something in there, it will create a new task. Which means if you like face roll your keyboard, it will create hundreds of tasks as you're typing, which might not be what we want. So maybe I don't add it to the task list. Which is fine, I think, because then that means that even though it's a little bit like inconsistent, what that really means is that if you don't explicitly go to the task list to add a task, that means that you are implicitly opting out of task list behavior of tracking completion, which is fine. So we won't auto add things. We won't automatically add them. Let's go here, select this as my task, start the timer, stop the timer, finish, boom. I'm so craving the moment when I do those actions and it does the thing that I want it to do instead of what it's actually doing right now. I crave that moment. Why? Are we calling this? I think we're calling this. Wait, no. Yes. Set task named. I believe we are. And we go to here, we have task.finish. What is this actually? This has to have a value. What is the default value of task? Oh, it creates an empty task. Okay. That also kind of makes sense though. Okay. So task name task. Do debug. Right. Nothing wrong with adding a debug statement in here. recently prefer this to setting breakpoints, and I'm wondering if my debugger is working or not. Something nice about things just working, you know? Sorry, I should have already checked that task was set. I know it wasn't. Oh no, there it is. Setting task to testing. Finish. I should also make sure that this is happening. Now the question is, because this is not a pointer, is it updating the task or is it a copy? I think it's a copy is what's happening. So we can just go like this. And then maybe this just goes to null pointer. Now that it's possible that this is null, we might have a problem. Yes, we're gonna have a bunch of problems. So maybe, oh, task equals task name's not possible anymore, which is kind of cool. Wait, Pomodoro started. Oh, that's probably where the bug was. Because when we started the Pomodoro, we were actually setting a new task. We were actually making a brand new one with the same name. What I might even want to do, like, see how I have all this crap here? Like, it's a lot to update in the code. Right? So what we might actually want to do... Oh. Why? What we might actually want to do, well, this code will still need some fixing. But what I might want to do here instead is not use task directly unless I need to, and add an accessor, which I think I actually already have, right? No, I don't. I have task name. But what I can do is create a task accessor, which guarantees that it will return a task. And then if the task is null, it will, what would it do? If the task is null, maybe it would assign it to a blank task and then return that. Yes. Maybe it makes sense. Let's just go fix all the bugs here. Cannot assign that from that. Ah, right. I thought that's what I wanted to do, but maybe that's not what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted this because I wanted to guarantee that it wasn't null. And that's why I wrote it as a const reference and not a const pointer. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I do this? No, right? Can I assign it from a constant? Right. So all I gotta do is remove const. And actually probably, I don't know, I guess that stays there. Hey, there's Cup Guy. What's good, man? Yo, what is good, Martin? Cannot assign type task pointer from task. Which one is which? Oh, because I was dereferencing it. We don't want to dereference it. And then here we need to use new. And then here's a pointer. This is a pointer. Which is fine, but like these could seg faults, so we gotta be careful. Oh, so maybe what I do, instead of initializing this to null pointer to prevent seg fault right now, I changed it to a new blank task. And then that protects me sort of from a segmentation fault unless I assign it to a null pointer somewhere along the line. Let's see if that works. I just hit my timer and I haven't taken a break and I haven't eaten lunch. Cannot bind non-const L value reference of type task reference to an R value of type task. Set task. Where does this happen? Quick mode view. Set task, new task name. Ah, yes. You have a UI already? I do. Once I get it compiling again, I can show it to you. Actually, I can show you the one running on my other screen is a pretty recent build. Let me pull that over here. So this is the UI. This isn't done yet, so I would hit need more time, and then I have 3 options to chill, which means take a break, split the task into smaller tasks, which is going to open up my task screen, and then keep going, which is going to start another work thing. So what I've been working on the past few days is to-do list, which is this. So basically I can hit, and it's all different shortcut keys. I can put new crap into my list over here, and that goes into the to-do list. I can select the to-do list with Control H. I can complete something by hitting the L key to move it to the right side. I can uncomplete it by moving it back. That's what I just did today, all this listy stuff. It's looking good, thank you. And then you can select which task you want to work on next over here, and when you select something here, and you come back here, you go to your next task, it's automatically updated. So now what I'm doing, what am I doing now? Now, oh, I'm trying to make it so that when you go to here, for example, and then you complete the timer, I'm trying to make it so that when you hit finish, oh, that's actually a good thing I just caught there too. That's a bug. I have to unclick this when the view hides. I'm trying to make it so that when you click finish, it actually finishes the task. And it records all this stuff into a file right now. So if I go into my file, I don't know why it's not working. Oh, because I have a floating window. I actually don't know how to use floating windows too well yet. Let's pass this back to desktop 1. We're going to unfloat this. Right, so the file, it's just a flat file right now. And it records everything in this file, which is cool. So why doesn't it like this? Oh, because I called this. So actually, set task named. That's just another call site that I had to update. I think it should compile now. If it compiles, we're going to test it. Sick. It compiles. Let's grab this crap task item. Complete the task. Finish. No. See, what I expected to happen is this should be on that side like that. But it's not. So it's not completing it still. Dope. Are you building it in Swift? Nope. This is on Linux and I'm using C++. I did have a Swift version of this that I was working on. And then I don't know, I started, like I did start this also. I was trying to see which one I liked better. I think I like doing it in C++ better. Because then I can use it, I can build this for Windows and I can build this for Linux. So I don't know, we're gonna have to figure out why this isn't working later. I think I need to eat lunch and I need to, it's 2:30. I have a lot of stuff to do. I gotta eat lunch. I gotta exercise, do my daily workout. So I think I'm done. I think I'm done with my work stream for today. And then what I'm going to do is maybe, maybe come back later tonight and do a game stream on Twitch and the game YouTube channel and just like play. I really thought this was gonna work. there might be some more stuff that needs to happen here. I need to just debug why this isn't working. That's dope. Just building for practice. So kind of building for practice. There's a few reasons. Building to practice, building to learn new C++ language changes that came out in the last 20 years that I haven't been using it. And then also to use it was really the main reason. I wanted something to help me focus, and you know, these timers are great and I use them. But I have a whole bunch of different kind of systems that are all sort of separate and decoupled, like tracking tasks and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do was have something that I could automatically track the stuff that I'm working on and track how much time I'm spending on it, and just have a list of stuff that I finished at the end of the week that's just like automatically there for me. Basically just that. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to write down a couple new tasks. So we're going to say add weekly finished versus daily finished, filtering and swim lanes. And we're going to have, oh, some tasks got duplicated somehow. Oh no, that one actually shouldn't have been deleted. That's okay. Make finish button, finish tasks. That's the one. I see that's a lot. Yeah. But this is great. I mean, look how simple this is, right? So on the left one, this is what I have to do. And this is the stuff I've done. And the idea is that there'll be another column later on, and the third column will be stuff that I did this week. And that'll be it. Even just this, I think, is fine for now. Maybe the third one, instead of being over here, can be below it. You know? Or maybe it doesn't even have to show. Maybe it won't even show on this UI. It'll be a separate UI. That's dope. MVP, just getting it done. Yeah, exactly. So the MVP for me is I want to get the tasks completing when I press that button, right? That's like the next thing that I need to do, that I'm working on now, and then having a list of weekly tasks, and then here, instead of showing all the lifetime completed tasks, it's only going to show the ones for this week. That's my MVP, and that's what I'm going to use for like a couple weeks probably after I get it working, and then I'm going to go back hard into game dev mode and do more game devy stuff. All right, time to hop off, eat some delicious food. I'll be back trying to figure out what I'm going to make for lunch here. I think I know what I'm going to make for lunch. Yeah, I think we're going to do chicken, and then I think we're going to do salmon later. I need low calories for today. I had some cheese. Big block of cheese. Enjoy lunch, dude. Are you going to use C++ for game dev? I mean, eventually. Right now I'm not working with C++ though. Right now I'm working with GDScript and C#. And then once I do Unity stuff, I'm going to do C++ for Unity. All right, enjoy lunch. Sounds good, Miguel. I'll catch you later. And I'll catch you later too, Martin.